Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am doing a pretty chill late stream. I wasn't gonna stream today, just because I've been feeling kind of weird the last few days. Just been in a weird headspace the last few days for various reasons. But I wanted to at least stream a little bit today, so I'm doing an AMA while I play a little bit of Balatro. I recharged a little bit today. I saw Superman, and I really enjoyed it. I actually quite enjoyed that movie, like quite a bit. I did not expect myself to identify with Superman by the end of that movie, but I really did. Not a character I ever thought I would see myself in. Because, like, obviously, like, he stands up for, like, you know, truth and justice and all that, and we all do that, but, like, seeing Superman be vulnerable and human, and also one of his greatest strengths being his greatest weakness, and that's his ability to trust. Like, I genuinely and sincerely, like, that resonated with me, because I have issues. I have trust issues in that I trust too freely and too openly because I want to see the best in people, and I expect people not to be total assholes, and often get, you know, taken for a ride. But I wasn't expecting to really identify with that, and I did, and I really liked it. I thought it was a great movie. Thought the action was fantastic. I loved Crypto. Crypto stole the whole goddamn movie for me. Truly, genuinely adored Crypto. Wasn't expecting to completely fall head over heels for Mr. Terrific and Metamorpho either. Like, I've always liked Mr. Terrific. I always thought he was pretty cool. Metamorpho is not a character I ever have really paid much attention to. So, coming out of this movie being like, I think I'm a Metamorpho fan, was interesting. So yeah. Also really liked the music. I know James Gunn loves him some needle drops, but the needle drops weren't obnoxious. They really weren't. I sometimes have issues with needle drops in movies, but James Gunn does a pretty good job with them, and they weren't too annoying this time. And there was a particular needle drop scene that I honestly loved because it made me just go nuts for Mr. Terrific, because I was like, oh my god, this guy fucking rules. Holy shit. Guy Gardner's a lot of fun. Hot Girl. I wish they did more with her. I wish that this movie gave us more Hawk Girl than Guy Gardner, honestly, because Guy Gardner, like, I know that everybody, they love their Lanterns, they love their Nathan Fillions, but, I don't know, give me more Hawk Girl. I always liked Hawk Girl in the DC, the DC animated universe, especially in Justice League, and I hope that with the Lanterns movie on the horizon, maybe introduce Jon Stewart, get those two together. Where's the? There it is. I don't know. Get those two together. Can we get those two together, please? I'd like that. But yeah. What else? What else about the movie do I want to talk about? Climax is awesome. Fucking amazing climax. There's a speech that Superman gives at the end of that movie that I'm not going to spoil, but another moment that really resonated with me and made me just like be like, man, this might be my favorite version of the character as far as like the films go. I still think that my favorite version of Superman is probably the DC animated universe. It's between that and All-Star Superman, which this movie kind of takes a little bit of influence from. Not as much as I thought it was going to, because they said that All-Star Superman was very much like a big influence, but not as much as I kind of expected. But what was there was still very much felt. I don't think that the movie... Hey, how's it going? I don't think the movie felt too bloated. I know there was a lot of characters, but it focused really well on Superman. Have you seen Adventures? I really want to. I don't have any of the streaming services that it is on, and I don't have cable, so I haven't been able to watch it on Adult Swim either. So I have not had the chance to watch it, but I really would like to, because I had been following the development of it for a long ass time. I remember actually, I think I auditioned for it as well, and when I saw the when I saw that they were proceeding with it, when I saw the audition, I was like, this looks like a really interesting version of Superman. And I was really, really happy that, you know, that it was doing as well as it is. And I'm really, really happy for my friend Jason Marnoka, who voices Jor-El. And I'm really, really happy for him there, because he does a fucking amazing Jor-El from what I've heard. And you might know Jason as the voice of Kirby in Megaton Girl, actually. Which is kind of wild that the voice of Kirby and Megaton Girl voices fucking Jor-El in Superman. Can you believe that shit? That's awesome. Oh my god, that's awesome. Yo, are we doing questions? Yeah, we are. We are doing questions. Now, I'm going to be opening up Balatro here soon. But I want to finish up my thoughts about Superman. I would love for Amtrak's VA to play that version of Batman. Oh, you mean like the My Adventures of with Superman version of Batman? That would be interesting. I don't know how good of a fit I'd be for Bruce Wayne Batman. Maybe like Terry McGinnis Batman. I would love to play Terry McGinnis, but I don't know how good of a fit that I would be for Bruce Wayne. You know, I don't think I have the gravitas to play the Bat, but I could see myself maybe playing like the Flash, or hell, even to an extent, I could see myself playing Superman. Because now we've had so many different iterations of Superman that he doesn't always need to sound like, you know, George Newbern. We've had so many different iterations of Superman where he doesn't sound like that. Especially like My Adventures Superman, where he just kind of sounds like this. Like, hey, how's it going? Oh, yeah, you sound great. Oh, fantastic. I love that. I love that we now have like a version of Superman that's just kind of like, you know, a dork, and it allows me to be like, oh cool, I could totally actually play Superman, and I don't need to sound like an Adonis to do it. That's something that's kind of made Superman kind of hard for me to identify with as a character, is that the way that he's always voiced in a way that makes him sound just like the perfect man, and that's just not my vocal range. So seeing versions of Superman where, like this most recent film, where he's kind of doofy, kind of a dork, kind of got that old, you know, country boy in him. I love that. I love seeing that in him, and seeing more of the Clark Kent side of him being the real Superman, because Superman is the mask. He's not like Bruce Wayne, where Bruce Wayne is the mask and Batman who he really is. With Superman, he's just a country boy from Kansas who wants to make the world better. And I like that. I love that. He doesn't have to be, you know, space Jesus. which is what I don't love about a lot of iterations of Superman, is that he's always just like, oh, he's Space Jesus. He was sent here by godly beings from Krypton to protect the world when their planet was being destroyed. I like that this version of Superman, I'm not without spoiling too much in the new James Gunn Superman film, they pull away from that in a very specific way that makes me go, oh, I see what they're doing here. They're not going Space Jesus with him. They're going like, oh, okay, he is a Superman. He's human, and I love that. He's fallible. He's still as Superman always is, but he's allowed to be human, allowed to make mistakes, allowed to be fallible, allowed to be a big dork with two dorky parents from Kansas. Like, I love that. I want more of that. So I hope that we get more of this James Gunn Superman in the near future, because I want more of this. I want more, David Corenswet's Superman. He's great. And I want more Hawk Girl. And I want more Mr. Terrific. And God, I want more Metamorpho. God, I want more Metamorpho. I could do with less Guy Gardner, but I think we can all say that about every version of Guy Gardner. Oh, fuck. But without any further dudes, I'm going to go ahead and swap over to Balatro, and I'm just going to kind of play around with a little bit of Balatro. Bet we're gonna Balatrate a little bit while I kind of just do a little Q&A, if that's cool with all of you. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer, if you have any, voiceover requests you can do voiceover requests by sending me a Ko-fi tip. But if you have any cues for me to come on in here and ask me some questions, and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Let's go ahead and play. All right, let's do a new run. And we're gonna I want to see about getting as far as I can and maybe unlocking as many decks as I can. Ooh, that's a good full house to start with. I almost hit discard. That wouldn't have been a good full house. You fan of card games or card gimmick battling games? I'm a fan of a lot of card games. I like poker. I used to like a lot of like trading card games. I used to like Pokemon. I used to play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh. I think my favorite card game is Hanafuda, which is a Japanese trading card, not trading card game. It's a Japanese card game that it's hard to describe. Maybe I will do a stream where I play some Hanafuda sometime. And it's a game that I really like, and I'd gotten pretty good with it. I haven't played it in about a year though, so I've probably kind of fallen out of practice. What made you want to become a voice actor? Did you fall into it, or was it something you always wanted to do? It was something I had been interested in when I was younger, but never like in a, that's definitely something that I could do professionally sort of way. It was just something that I always thought was really cool, because those are the guys who make the voices for the cartoons, and I liked that, and I liked watching them work, and I wanted to do that, but it wasn't something I ever really like pursued until my last year of high school, and I did not always want to be a voice actor. I had a few other things that I wanted to do first. I wanted, when I was much younger, like I would say between like 6th grade and maybe my freshman year of high school, I wanted to be a marine biologist. I wanted to work with manta rays specifically because I was fascinated by manta rays. And then once I got to my sophomore year of high school, I wanted to be a film director, or at least an animation director. And my mother actually got me into a 3-week film school program that year, and I had a lot of fun with it. But it's not something that I really stuck with. As far as like film direction goes, I should say, I didn't really stick with that. My interests turned to animation, and I wanted to maybe be like an animation director or a comic artist, and a musician, because I was doing like so much stuff that I really didn't know what I wanted to do. But in my senior year of high school, I got into animation, and I wanted to be an animator for Newgrounds cartoons. I wanted to be like the voice of my own Newgrounds cartoons, like a lot of those guys did back in the day, and still do, actually. And I didn't have the patience for it. I didn't have the patience for animation, sadly. So nothing really came of it until, well, way later, when I, started getting into like the Megaton Girl animated comic. But I fell out of animation and kind of was like, well, I do still enjoy this whole voice acting thing. Maybe I'll kind of see where that goes. And ultimately that ended up being like my thing. I enjoyed doing that more than anything that I ever had before. And I had a lot of fun with it. And it made me, it brought me a joy that not a lot of things did. And it still brings me that kind of joy. And now I get to do it professionally, and I love that. And I get to make people happy, and I get to come to conventions sometimes and make people happy in person. And I so genuinely adore that. And I hope that I can continue getting to do that for a very long time. Let's see. So my question is, in terms of casting everyone in Megaton Girl, did you hold auditions or did you seek out specific actors? So for the most part, I when I was writing, I had people in mind for characters. I always had Amanda Kay in mind for Connie. I always had Michelle Deco in mind for Laurel. I eventually, when I met him, I had Jason in mind for Kirby. I had Patrick in mind for Captain Valiant for a while. I believe before I had Jason in mind for Kirby. But it would have been after I had Amanda and Michelle in mind. But what was I gonna say? I ended up, when I was coming up with more characters, I would have voices in my head for all of them, and that actually made it easy to write those characters, is knowing in my head what they sounded like. And there was only one character that I needed to hold auditions for, and that was a character who shows up in episode 3, named River, who is a character, if you haven't listened to Megaton Girl yet, River is a character who is a superhero with dissociative identity disorder. And when I originally wrote them, I had Kieran Strange in my head for the voice of River. And Kieran was unable to take on the role, sadly. because they were dealing with some issues at the time. I don't remember specifically what. And they just had to bow out, and I'm like, that's fine. Well, I'll work together with you on something else in the future. And so I had to hold auditions, and I ended up getting a beautiful audition from Anjali Kunapaneni. And I was like, you know what? I think that they have to be River. And they ended up absolutely blowing it out of the water in the best possible way. I loved their take on all of River's alters, and I think that ultimately it worked out for the best. And now, when time comes, I can give Kieran another character down the road, and we can work together on something else. And I think that River would have been great no matter which of them was playing River. But I think that ultimately Anjali gave a fucking stellar performance. I'm really, really proud of what they did. My hat's harkening back to Summer Wars when you mentioned it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm kind of behind in the chat right now. Hey, Cherry, how's it going? I'm doing all right. I'm just doing a little bit of a Q&A. And I've caught up with the Qs, so now you can give me more. To A with my M. Oh, my neck. My back. My pussy and my crack. I am the Senate. Oh, shit. Stupid. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I had a lot of picks, yeah. What is a dream character that you want to write, direct, or voice? Ooh. There's a lot of characters that I would love to voice. There's really too many to list all of them, or even really narrow it down to one. So, God. I think right now, probably Zero from Mega Man X is one that I've wanted to voice for a while, but more so now that my boyfriend is fucking obsessed with Zero. Oh, I'm probably not gonna win this. Ugh. Shadow the Hedgehog I've always wanted to voice. I really want to voice Broly in Dragon Ball. I think that would be a lot of fun, is getting to voice Broly. R.I.P. my throat. As far as characters to write, ooh. I think I'd like to maybe write... I think I'd like to maybe write Shadow the Hedgehog. I'd love to write some Shadow the Hedgehog stuff. I think that would be a lot of fun, and maybe like an IDW run of Shadow would be interesting, because I think I'm a pretty decent writer, and I think I could do a lot of really interesting things with Shadow. And as far as characters to direct, I don't know about directing characters, but I would love to direct some actors. I've directed like a lot of the Megaton Girl cast. I've directed. Well, I mean, all of the Megaton Girl cast I've directed. What am I saying? But I would like to maybe direct Kirk Thornton someday. Go figure. He's the current voice of Shadow. But we've worked together before. Kirk is actually a very good friend of mine. We worked together on a few things. We worked together on a show called The Beach Buds. He was a semi-frequent guest on that show. And he also directed me on a few games. He directed me on a game called Eternal a couple times. He directed me on something else. It's escaping me right now. I don't remember what he directed me on. And then, because he directed me on something at Green Street that wasn't Eternal. And I liked doing Eternal. I got to play like 20 characters. It was awesome, and I had to come up with like a different. Oh, he directed me on Ion: The Legions of War at Green Street. And then he would eventually, a few years later, go on to direct me in both Final Fantasy VII Remake and Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And he's directed me a lot, and I would love to direct him someday. Been a little bit in an unsafe situation, same. But today I was able to fix that. Glad you're doing okay. I'm glad. I've always wanted to do a project like Megaton Girl for a long time, currently revamping all my characters. Do you have any suggestions to go about it? Plan everything out as much as you can, but also don't be afraid to be flexible when you need to, because sometimes you'll be making something and you'll have a big plan, and then something will go either like in a way that you don't expect it to, or that you get like a different idea that makes you go like, oh wait, no, that's actually better than what I had in mind. And be flexible and open to stuff like that. Other than that, get some friends together and see about, I don't know, giving it a shot. Seeing, you know, if you can all get together and make something happen. Get back to focusing on Charlie. Yeah, do some more Charlie stuff. I miss Charlie too. You really want me to have this card, don't you? $1 per unused discard. Oh, I've got the needle, don't I? Shit. Ugh, I hate the needle. Alright, let's get rid of some of these. Interesting. Seen K-pop Demon Hunters, and if so, will you see it? I have indeed seen it, and I've been kinda obsessed with it ever since my boyfriend showed it to me a couple days ago. I've been wildly in love with it, and it's actually got my brain like absolutely churning and wanting to make something that good. This animation team, this studio, has a tendency to make my brain just want to create. Makes me want to like do cool things, and I never do anything with that feeling, and I want to. I want to do something with it this time. I want to use the juice that it gives me, because both Spider-Verse films, The Mitchells vs. the Machines, and this, those films make me so creatively inspired in ways that there's a lot of films that just don't get me in that same creative juice mood. So I hope that maybe I can do something with it this time. Not a big question, but have you ever heard of Epic the Musical? I have heard of it. I've been hearing about it for a very long time. I recently watched a Schaefer-Rillis video about Epic the Musical, and it seems pretty interesting, actually. I will probably end up having to check it out at some point soon. We'll see. Also, I just have now realized that my voice is a lot lower than it usually is, and it's because it's almost 8 p.m. and I've had a long day. But this is what I sound like when I am extremely relaxed. Yeah. Once I went to a convention recently with my boyfriend, and we hadn't, we hadn't spent the night together before, so it was his first time getting to like hear what I sound like tired in person, and my voice was like down here. It was like really, really, really low, and he just goes, "What are you doing?" I go, "What?" He just goes, "What is that you're doing with your voice?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is what I sound like when I'm really tired." And he goes, "Oh, that is not fair." Yeah. It's just like, yeah. But, yeah. So. Let's see here. And then in about a month from tomorrow, we're actually going to be moving in together. So I'm really excited about that. Ooh. Let's do this, I think. Yeah, let's do that. But hopefully you can all hear me just fine. I know that my voice is low, but hopefully you can still hear me. Are you sure you can't pass as Batman? I mean, that's up to you. You think I can pass as Batman? I don't know. Maybe I could. You can hear me? Yeah. Yeah, I've never been able to, like... If I do ever voice Batman, I'm gonna always have to voice him after 7:30 p.m. Yeah. Let's get rid of you. Use. Okay, and let's do this. Discard. Use. Ooh. Your version of Batman sounds like Solid Snake. Colonel, get the Batmobile ready. Huh. How are you and your fam doing? That's a good question. That is a very good question. I'm not sure if I can really answer right now. But ask me again after the move is all sorted. It's been kind of rough this year. Yeah, I hope it goes well too. I hope it goes well for everyone. Options, new run. Yeah, there we go. Ooh, if it has a free rare Joker. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that. Yeah, we're moving to a bigger apartment because my ex is moving out, and Tim's boyfriend and one of my boyfriends are moving in. So we're going for a bigger apartment just so that we have more space to breathe. But we'll ultimately be paying the same amount per month. We're not like lowering our rent, but we're also like our rent is going to increase in total, but because there's going to be a fourth one of us, it's ultimately going to amount to between each of us being the same amount that we pay every month. So Yeah, my portion of rent is usually about between $850 and $900 a month, depending on the month. And it's gonna be remaining that. So, yeah. And I'm totally fine with that. And then Tim's boyfriend is ultimately gonna be paying a lot less. Missed a lot, sorry. Yeah, it's been a rough year. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Holy shit. And it's a fucking negative? You've got to be fucking kidding me. Oh, that's lucky as hell. God damn. Oh, fuck me. Okay. All right. Okay, awesome fucking hand. All right. Let's use that shit. Next round. All right, let's go suits and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, I can't do more than that. Ooh. Let's go ahead and play that hand. Let's get some aces. I think that'll be awesome. Won't ask for more details. I'll give more details when the time is right. The time is not right now. I'd rather get everything sorted first and then go into like everything eventually. But yeah, not right now. I'll talk about it eventually, but I'm not really ready. The wound is, even though it's been half a year, the wound is still kind of fresh. Mouse, did I tell you I wrote a D&D movie script a few years ago, and one of your voices I had in my head is for, oh hell yeah, I would love to voice that character for you, and that would be a lot of fun. Damn, I haven't played Balatro before. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I used to be fucking addicted to it. Thank you. That's very kind. Damn. Let's do this. Yeah. Give me that flush. Doubles your money. Nope. Not falling for that one. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Discard. Ooh. Let's go ahead and play hand. And then rank 2, 3, 4, 5. Play hand. Oh, nice. Ooh. Tasty-licious. Random question, but now I have to ask. If you were to make Megaton Girl into a video game, what kind of game would it be? My answer now is different than it would have been when I first started creating Megaton Girl, because Megaton Girl was originally going to be a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. But now, if I was to make a Megaton Girl game, it would probably be closer to the Insomniac Spider-Man games, but with like Superman Megaton Girl like stuff. Because I originally envisioned Megaton Girl as a side-scrolling beat-em-up called Connie 50/50. Her powers were different and the story was different, but Connie has always been a pretty consistent part of it, and her personality has always been pretty consistent as well. So, ooh, yeah, let's get more aces. I'm getting messaged by one of my boyfriends. I'm gonna send him kisses. I send him kisses. I would play that for hours. I love those games. The same Megaton Girl. Yeah, I would want it to be that kind of game, but I wouldn't want the aesthetic to be the same. I wouldn't want it to be like photorealistic. I would want it to be I'd want it to look kind of like Mega Man Legends. I'd want it to be like that low poly kind of anime look. If you've ever seen Mega Man Legends, think that kind of art style. And if you haven't, look it up. It's pretty fucking awesome. It's got my favorite aesthetic of like any game I've ever played in my entire life. So, ooh, let's get more aces, please. Oh, delicioso. Ooh. Let's re-roll the boss blind, please. Ooh. Okay, sure. I always prefer stylized games over realistic ones because they will more often not perform better. Yeah, they'll perform better and they'll age better. If you were asked to be in a Legend of Zelda animated series, what character you think that you would be perfect for? Ooh, well, I know the character I'd want to be is Link. But I think that if we're really gonna get right down to it, I think that I could do a really good iteration of specifically the Ocarina of Time version of Ganondorf, because that version of Ganondorf is a lot more. He's less regal, and a lot more smug. He's like, oh, this kid. Get this kid out of my face. What do you think you're doing? Like that is the kind of shit that I love. So, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Because, like, I would give that voice to Ganon. I'd be like, what's this kid up to? Oh, you thought you could get one over on me, did you? Funny. Where's the princess? Like, I feel like that would be a lot of fun. And hell, even like to that extent, the Wind Waker Ganondorf also would do really well with that voice. Like, the wind is blowing. Like, that'd be a lot of fucking fun. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of fantasizing about that right now. Oh, that would be fun. You give me chills doing that voice? Oh, good. That's always the plan. So I can find some Ganondorf lines from Ocarina of Time. Let me see here. Ganondorf quotes. Ocarina of Time. Pathetic little fool. Do you realize who you're dealing with? I am Ganondorf, and soon I will rule the world. My only mistake was to slightly underestimate the power of this kid. No, it was not the kid's power I misjudged. It was the power of the Triforce of Courage, but with the Triforce of Wisdom that Zelda has. When I obtain these two Triforces, then I will become the true ruler of the world. And then there's the Wind Waker one that I love so much. That's the, my country lay within a vast desert. When the sun rose into the sky, a burning wind punished my lands, searing the world. And when the moon climbed into the dark of night, a frigid gale pierced our homes. No matter when it came, the wind always carried the same thing: death. But the winds that blew across the green fields of Hyrule brought something other than suffering and ruin. I coveted that wind, I suppose. Yeah, I'd have a lot of fun with that. Wonder if they're gonna have a giant. They make Link a silent protagonist. That would be. I don't know what they're gonna do with that movie. That's a movie. I don't know if I agree with that movie being made. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know if I consent to that movie being made. Yeah, I think if you're gonna play any Zelda game, I recommend Ocarina of Time. Just because it's a really good place to start, and it's just a really, really good game. If you can play the 3D version of it, but if you can't, that's also fine. If they made a sequel to Date Everything, what object would you want to voice? Ooh. Well, I haven't played the original Date Everything, so it's hard for me to say. But I could see myself maybe voicing like maybe like a plush toy, maybe like a stuffed animal, maybe like a stuffed mouse, maybe. I don't know. Probably that. Or a motorcycle. a motorcycle, probably. Considering my history with characters that I voice. Oh, shit. Banana. You get to voice Ganon on a cycle. Yeah. You know, it would be really funny if I got to ever voice Ganondorf, because that would be like one other character that Matt Mercer and I have in common, because he and I both voice the Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon Sid, which would be wild. Roche versus Ganondorf, who would win? Roche versus Ganondorf. If we take away Ganondorf's immunity to everything that's not the Triforce, probably Roche. But because Ganondorf has that one caveat that he can only be slain by the wielder of the Triforce and the Triforce of the Master Sword and the Triforce of Courage. Because of that caveat, it would probably just by default be Ganondorf, just because he could probably outlast Roche. Especially because Roche kind of is always on borrowed time, you know? Ooh. There we go. I see. I see, Wiener. Finally back from some obligations. We're just answering some questions, doing more Q's and A's. I have forgotten what happens to Roche, and I don't want to be reminded until I play Rebirth. You should absolutely play Rebirth soon. And speaking of FF7 Remake, I have been gifted it on PC. So I will be streaming it with my boyfriend after we move in together. Who's a better Wookiee, Travis Willingham or Chewbacca? Chewbacca. Because Travis Willingham Well, he is a mountain man, a mountain of a man. Chewbacca's Chewbacca. I just realized your Ganondorf sounds like how Zeus voiced in Epic. Interesting. Your new graphics card. Ooh. What fucking graphics card am I rocking right now? I can walk out of my booth and find out. NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 is currently the graphics card that I'm running. It came with my new computer that I had to get. Isn't everybody in that voiced by Luke Holt? Aren't they all voiced by the same dude? Or am I wrong? I haven't listened to Epic. Yeah, RTX 3070 is what I'm rocking right now. And I'm wasting it on Balatro. Oh, it does have a whole cast? Ah. Hey, same card. Hell yeah. Yeah, I had to get a new computer recently because my old computer couldn't open fucking emails anymore. And I kind of need those for my job. So I ended up getting on back market, and I got a what's it called? A refurbished Lenovo Legion 7T. And it's been great. It's been a wonderful computer, and I love it, and I can't believe that it runs FF7. Oh.
Oh, that water's so good.
Oh.
Delicious.
You know what? I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do this. Let's mute that. Oh wait, no, I won't. You won't be able to hear that. Never mind. Okay. I was gonna put on some music, but fine with Balatro music. Burn your house. Jesus Christ. Oh, Twitch, what are you giving 4 ads at once for? What the hell? Yo, Twitch, what are you doing? I know you do long-ass ad breaks, but Jesus Christ. Twitch has been weird with ads lately. Because they're just like, if you do this, you get more money. If you do this, you get less money, and also you get penalties, other penalties. And I'm just like, Twitch, for God's sake. Ugh. Lo-fi as fuck about ads and set my shit to do ads as little as possible. Yeah, for me, it's a matter of ads are longer but less frequent, I think. And I have that set because I'd rather do less frequent ads and still be able to make money, because at the moment I need to make money because our industry is still kind of recovering from the strike. And shit's been really slow for me lately. So I'm just like, ugh, I gotta figure something out. So I'm trying to make Twitch work for now. Twitch Turbo's fine. I get money from Twitch Turbo. That's totally fine. Unless you're talking about how unfortunate...
They have subscribed.
Oh, thank you, Retro. How you doing? But yeah, no, unless you're talking about how unfortunate it is to be paying for Twitch Turbo, in which case I agree. That is unfortunate that you have to pay for Twitch Turbo. That sucks. Yeah. How you doing, Retro? It's good to see you. No, I'm not mad at you or anything for having ads. Dude's got to eat. Yeah. I just hate ads. I want to get to the point where I can maybe like have an audience where I can just do what Vinny does and just throw up one ad, you know, at the start of the stream and then once at the end or whatever and do fine with that. Because I love that Vinny is able to do that. So here, what's your favorite movie and least favorite movie? Okay, my favorite movie is Kung Fu Panda and Summer Wars and Advent Children, Fellowship of the Ring, and Kung Fu Panda, Summer Wars, Into the Spider-Verse. Wait, no. Kung Fu Panda, Summer Wars, Advent Children, Fellowship of the Ring, Spider-Verse. Those are my 5. Hello, Mr. Amtrax. I see you have offered to be asked anything. Can you tell me where I left my dog? I left my dog in a hot car a few minutes ago, but it's disappeared out of the mysterious broken window. Thank you. Well, you know, it's okay to leave your dog in a hot car. So I don't know where the dog is. The Beatles told you that it's okay to leave your dog in a hot car. So I don't know, man. You tell me. Where'd your dog go? If I wasn't dealing with my stuff, would get a bucket of money and have you sing a cover of I actually I sang a cover of Raise Your Bat recently, and I would totally throw it up, but well, the company that owns the rights to Undertale's music doesn't love that, so I can't. Yeah. Oh, Materia Collective fucking hates when I upload Undertale videos. I have to like mute the audio in Undertale videos. Yeah. I can't even put up like my Undertale remixes without them fucking shitting all over me, because I've done a couple of remixes and they're just like, nope, that's the melody. It's ours. And I'm just like, cool. We're hearing about this. The guys took down those years ago of anime. Yep, they sure did. Toby usually tries his hardest to make sure they don't do that, but yeah, no, Materia Collective kind of sucks shit. They went after Undertale Yellow? Okay, Toby kicked their ass. Cool, good. Sucks Toby Fox has to keep fighting YouTube to uncopyright it. Toby's a good dude. Cake or pie? Ooh. Ooh, it depends on the cake and depends on the pie. Because I like different pies and I like different cakes. I probably... I probably like more pies than I like cakes, because I don't like a whole lot of cakes. I like carrot cake. I like what other kind of fucking cake do I like? Okay, so the answer is pie. Okay. Have you ever had or heard of ruby chocolate? No. Sounds good though. Cheesecake, it's called a cake, but see, cheesecake isn't a cake and it's not a pie, it's a tort. Favorite Saja Boy and member of Huntrix. My favorite Saja Boy is just Genu. But for Huntrix, that's so much harder to do. Because I love Rumi. I really heavily identify with Zoe, and Mira cracks me the fuck up. And because, oh my god, they're so wonderful, and because all three of them and Genu make me laugh my ass off as hard as they do, that immediately makes me fall for all four of them really hard. I'm so head over heels over all four of them. And yeah, I fucking adore all of them, and I may not have four hands, but I have four appendages. Just saying. And I could say wildly unwise things about Mira. Tort are just pies that don't want to associate with the lesser pies. Yeah, true. Do you fucks with pizza? And if so, what is your preferred toppings? They can be separate pizzas if there's certain ones that only work with. So, if you're giving me just a regular old pizza, just give me pepperoni. Just give me pepperoni. Same with like a Chicago style. Just give me pepperoni and just, yeah. But if I'm gonna go all out on a pizza and just get something that I can just really just fucking really nosh into, this is my combo. I get it at Blaze Pizza. I get pepperoni. I get zucchini. I get red bell peppers. I get roasted garlic. And I get some pesto drizzled on it. And it's really good. It's really fucking good. Ruby chocolate is a pink berry flavored chocolate. It's naturally that way. Interesting. Yeah, no, I heavily identify with Zoe. Zoe is like, out of all of them, like when Kima said, you are too much and not enough. I was like, oh. I think I know something that we have in common. Never had a good zucchini before, but that sounds good. Zucchini is pretty damn good. It's pretty goddamn good. It's really good on pizza. Chocolate zucchini bread's also really good. Yes, I am aware of what I just said. I know that sounds fucking weird, but give it a fucking shot. God, everything I hear you make water. When you make water noises, Vinny. Vinny is a good friend of mine. I want to introduce him to Merchant's Cube. If you had a choice between a time-traveling DeLorean, the TARDIS, a hot tub time machine, or magic time-traveling stone, which would you pick and where would you want to... What am I saying? The TARDIS. Absolutely the TARDIS, because the TARDIS can go not just any when, but anywhere. So, like, give me the fucking TARDIS, please. Like, I would go everywhere. I would go fucking everywhere in that thing. Oh my god. Like, the TARDIS, just hands down. Because I was like, oh man, it's between the TARDIS and the DeLorean. What the fuck am I thinking? It's the TARDIS. Give me the fucking TARDIS. I love the DeLorean. Stylish ass car. But it's the DeLorean. We're talking about a freaking nuke versus a coughing baby here. What am I thinking? I'm having a bad time with this hand. If Mouse was a wacky racer, what kind of gimmick car? Probably like a block of cheese, probably. Oh man, that reminds me. I've had an idea. Not many people realize that DeLoreans really aren't that great at cars. They're kind of not. I've had an idea in my head for an art print that I want to either make myself or commission an artist to do. I'll probably end up having to commission an artist at some point down the road because I don't know if I have the skills for it. But I have this idea of all of my characters that have a vehicle of some kind all together in like a cartoony wacky races kind of a like an art print that I can just sign like just give out. I feel like that would be awesome. And just like any character would be so sick, I think. I have taught my dog that bed means to go lay down on my bed, apparently. I mean, what else would it mean? What else would it mean? I don't know what that would mean. May I interest you in my chance cube? I remember a scene in the Back to the Future game where Marty has crashed the DeLorean and tries opening the tiny ass window to get out and just says, "This is the dumbest design ever." Yeah, kinda. It's kind of the dumbest design ever. Might have to refuel my questions brain with grilled cheese. Cheese is good. Cheese is delicious. Oh man. So fucking yesterday, my roommate, we're out and about. We walk to go hang out. And while we're out, he's just like, "Hey man, you want to go to the taqueria?" I'm like, yeah, maybe. We'll see. Like if you want, I'll walk with you to get something." And he sees that like, oh man, they're having a special on burritos. It's buy one get one free, and I'm just like, all right, you twisted my arm. I'll get a burrito. And I haven't had any food from this. I haven't had any food from this taqueria yet. So I don't know just how fucking magical this place is. But I ask for a birria burrito, and my God, that fucking burrito was fucking huge. Fucking massive ass burrito. I was like, holy shit. I had a third of it yesterday. I had a third of it for lunch today. And I have one more third of it tomorrow. Sweet Christ. The Destroys 5 random cards in your hand. Oh, but that is a lot of... Gimme. Alright, I gotta get some fucking jokers. Ooh. We saw no liking the Naboo. Think I'm eating too much, but the food is too good to stop. You know, if you feel like you're eating too much, it might be time to just put the rest of it away in like a Tupperware or something like that and finish it later. You don't want to overeat because you'll feel bad later. And if you overeat, it's kind of difficult to go to sleep. It's getting kind of late, I think, where you are. Okay, cool. Looks like we're out of ads. Let's see here. If Mouse would just have Magnus carry them and what? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Mouse would just have Magnus carry them everywhere. Eating Cafe Rio salad. Ooh. Can I draw a fan art of Mouse? Absolutely, you can. Just be sure that if you post it, if you post it on Blue Sky, please tag me. I'd love to see it. What's the best flavor of cheese? I'm a basic bitch. I love me just a good sharp cheddar. I also really like mozzarella, but if we're talking just purely flavor, sharp cheddar. That's my jam. I'm on ADHD meds and I keep forgetting to eat instead. Ugh. Would you see it if I posted it to Tumblr? Yeah, tag me on Tumblr. Just tag me. It's the same at, just AMTRAX. The same at that I am on Blue Sky. So yeah, I'll type it out for you. Just tag me there, and then I'll see it. Do you like caprese sandwiches? Fuck yeah, I do. Love caprese sandwiches. And like caprese salads. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh my god. There was a pizza chain. I don't think they're still around, but there was a pizza chain called JoJo's, and they had a salad that was functionally like a caprese salad with amazing ranch dressing, and I would get it whenever I went there. It was so good. Like, they had like really good pizza, but their fucking caprese salad, man, that was a good fucking salad. Like, with the mozz cheese, and their ranch is so goddamn good. Oh man. And then after we move in to our new place, we're gonna go down close to where I used to live in Brea, to a place called Tony's Little Italy, which is a Chicago-style pizza joint that's really fucking good, and I really miss it. I haven't had it in years. I've been having croissant club sandwiches with grilled chicken and pesto aioli lately. Ooh, that sounds fucking good. La Brea? No, not La Brea. Drop the La. Brea. Wrong county. La Brea is in Los Angeles County. Brea is in Orange County. If you want to know what's in Brea, not much. This pizza place here in my town has caprese, that's tomatoes with mozzarella and basil on top. Ooh. Damn. Trying to figure out if I want to make crusty bread or homemade burger buns. Ooh. Why don't you make some crusty bread? I've never had caprese, so if that's what it is. I mean, caprese is like tomato basil mozzarella. It's like that, like on like a sandwich, but you can also have that like as a salad or like a pizza. La Brea is fun. I like you can go inside the museum after 3 if you're in California. Yes, it's true. Yeah, I like the La Brea tar pits. I haven't been there in, oh man, in years. Oh, I haven't been there in so goddamn long. When was the fucking last time I went to the La Brea tar pits? I had to have been super young. I don't know. Oh well. Gonna make crusty bread. Hell yeah. The Domino's in your town blew up. Jiminy Jillikers. You went there the day before the COVID lockdown started? I remember... Man, I remember 2020 when that happened. I went to Anime Los Angeles and got like really fucking sick. And then like just a few weeks later, actually like a couple weeks later, I had to record Trails of Cold Steel 3. And I was over the sickness, but my voice was still like this. So I had to really fight to get Ash to happen. And so there were people who actually thought that I had gotten recast because the voice that I gave Ash was just slightly, slightly weaker. And I'm glad I got to come back for another round as Ash in Reverie, because I got to kind of redeem myself there. I got a Markiplier tattoo the day before the lockdown was announced in my state. Holy shit. Favorite ice cream and most outrageous ice cream flavor you've ever seen? Ooh. My favorite ice cream... If we're talking like store-bought ice cream, if we're talking store-bought ice cream, my favorite store-bought ice cream is Americone Dream, which is a Ben & Jerry's Tonight Show Stephen Colbert one. If we're talking just overall all-time favorite ice cream, there's a place down where I used to live that no longer exists called Creamistry. And Creamistry was a nitrogen ice cream place. And they had a flavor called... oh, wait, you know what? Scratch everything that I was just about to say. Founder's fucking favorite from Cold Stone. That's my favorite. All time. Founder's favorite. Second favorite is the one I was going to say at Creamistry. And it was Fruity Pebbles flavored ice cream. But Founder's favorite from Cold Stone is my fucking jam. Hot cross bun flavored ice cream. It was probably, honestly, if we're talking like weird ass ice cream, it was probably the Fruity Pebbles ice cream sandwiched between 2 donuts that I saw somebody get one time. I was like, what the fuck? I haven't had Americone Dream in ages. It's really damn good. If you were a marketable ice cream novelty, like the ones where the eyes never set right, what flavor would you be? Probably... Oh, man. What flavor would I be? Maybe like pineapple orange, maybe? Nitrogen, where all the ice cream pints in Creamistry, constantly giving out tons of... yeah, actually. Hey! Thank you for the raid, Zango. I can picture Mouse having strawberry lemonade flavors. Oh, yeah, that'd be awesome. Megaton Girl characters made into ice cream flavors, what would they be? Connie would be... dragon fruit lemonade. Laurel would be... Laurel would be... What flavor of ice cream would Laurel be? Lavender. Lavender blueberry. Yeah, think about that. Lavender blueberry. Let's see. Chuck would be just like bomb pop flavor. So like cherry, lemon, sorry, no, cherry, lime, and strawberry, not strawberry, blue raspberry. Kirby would be rum raisin, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Dr. Menace would be chocolate pistachio. I hope that you have a good night, Zango. It's been going pretty nice. Chuck acts out. He's ice cream now. Cherry? Not my people. Yeah, I fucking love bomb pops. As evidenced by the fact that there's a whole section of my next stream highlights that is dedicated to me functionally deep-throating a fucking bomb pop. No regrets. I've actually been working on a my new I've been working on my next highlight reel. And I was going through in the last few streams because I'm still kind of getting back into the swing of streaming again. So there's a lot of just dead air in my streams. And so there hasn't been a whole lot of like stuff to pick from in terms of like really funny shit. But the other day I streamed with my boyfriend and there was so much funny shit in that stream that I had like 40 minutes of usable footage just from that. I was like, holy shit. Did you ever bite into ice cream when you ate it? It's something I did as a kid and I still kind of do. Depends on the ice cream. I don't like, full on use my teeth usually. Like if it's like soft serve, I'll just, use my lips. I'll use my lips. But if we're talking like a bomb pop, that's not really ice cream, that's a popsicle. But I don't really bite bomb pops. An ice cream that I do bite though is Melona. It's a Korean, I think, Korean brand of ice cream pops, not popsicles, ice cream pops. And they're really goddamn good, and they have a flavor that's just honeydew, and I will eat that shit like it's something to fucking do. It's so goddamn good. So goddamn good. Did everything including popsicles. Ooh, yeesh. Yeesh. That'll hurt your teeth. You'll put an eye out, kid. Oi. I would like some decent fucking hand. Oi, yoy, yoy. You're fucking with me, aren't you? Fucking shit, dude. God damn. You're absolutely fucking me right now, Balatro. Damn it. Fucking shit. Wait. Oh shit. That's right, I have plus 10 multi on you. Oh. Oh. Ooh. If Mouse was a Balatro Joker, what would he be? Oh, what would he do? Well, in the card sauce Balatro mod, I believe I give you planet cards every time that you have exactly $13 in your hand. So probably that. Oh. Oh. Please. Please. I insist. Get bigger. Oh, I wish you fucking would, baby. Oh, I wish you fucking would. What's an aspect of character design that you fuck with? Well, that would just be telling on myself. Hmm. That's a good question. Fuck. Let me think of it while we're on our ad break. What is a fucking aspect of demon? Still got a minute? Oh god, I gotta think about this for a whole fucking minute. Character design that you fuck with. Man. I genuinely and sincerely... Okay, so we're back from ads. I'm not sure if I know. I mean, you can't go wrong with a decent, you know, midriff. So probably that. Every time I think about weird things I do with popsicles, I remember one time in 7th grade, I was play fighting with my friend over one, and he accidentally pushed me too hard. I fell slamming my head into the concrete. It didn't hurt, but I did get the popsicle. Ooh, hashtag weird thing. Oh, geez. Example of what I mean, like when body parts are substituted for something else, because I was on Greek gods kick and drew Helios, with his head being a sun. Oh, okay, shit like that. Characters with, like, unique colored eyes Probably. Like Connie, like her eyes aren't, like a standard color. Her eyes are mulberry. They're mulberry is the color. And so stuff like that. I like characters like non-standard eye colors, or like really like neon colors, you know. And neon colors in character designs is also like really good anyway, I think. Heterochromia is interesting, yeah. I try not to like use that too terribly much because it gets, I know that it gets kind of overplayed. But yeah. I say overplayed, but I have like, I don't have heterochromia, but I have central heterochromia. The center of my eyes are different color than the outside of my eyes. Goodness gracious. Great bullocks of brass. Polished to the nth degree. Remember that Charlie's eyes are purple. Oh yeah, it's true. I remember that. I remember the eyes being purple. Let's see if I can get ace, please. Not ace. But I will do this so I can upgrade. Ooh, I'll do this. A tushy tush. Oh, upgrade that, baby. Oh my god. Save some room for later, Augustus Gloop. Oh. Fuck you. It gives you the big middle finger that say, fuck you. Who'd win, Megaton Girl or Kailu? Megaton Girl. Fuck that dumb kid. Love when a character doesn't have visible eyes or no eyes at all, still has elements of their expression. Oh, yeah. Can see that. Ooh, there we go. Also, if a character is just eyes, like void faces, like Vivi, that's always cool. That's always a cool fucking look. Oh, delicious. If I was doing a different thing other than this, fuck it. Why not? Would you have an official Megaton Girl animated movie in the style of Mega Man Verse or of Spider-Verse or Mega Man Legends? I would really want it to be in the style of Mega Man Legends, but with some elements of Spider-Verse, frankly. I mean, Valve got away with making just an eyeball. Yeah, frankly. Is it better iconic mouse, Mickey, or mouse? Well, Mickey's more iconic, but I mean, I think ethically, we all have to say that it's Mouse. Right. Because Mouse isn't the mascot of an evil corporation. Yet. Mouse versus Jerry, who wins? Depends on the day. If it's Sunday, Jerry. Every other day of the week, Mouse. Jerry's at full power on Sunday. Oh, enjoy the puppety. Scared the shit out of me. Huh. Goo goo gaga. Rick and Morty or Doc Brown and Mouse? Doc Brown and Mouse. What about Tom versus Mouse? Well, Tom versus Mouse. Interesting. Tom versus Mouse. Could I take Tom? Yeah, because even if he eats me, I'll just give him indigestion. So just me. Yeah, I'd win. I'd kick his ass. Alright, probably going to wrap it up in the next 20 minutes here. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and throw them at me and I'll answer them to the best of my ability. Don't want to stay up too terribly late. Because it is 9 where I am. And 9, as we all know, is 10 less than 13. Wait, no, nope, sorry, that's 3. 3 is 10 less than 13 and the square root of 9. There we go. Forgot the fucking joke. Is there a place I can find a ref of Mouse? Maybe. Let me see. Do I have any fucking Mouse refs? I don't know if I do. Let me see. All right. Feel free to screenshot this. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. Transform. Fit to screen. Yeah. Go ahead and screenshot this if you're looking for a ref of Mouse. You have until 5, 4, 3, 2, 2.5, 2 3/4. Cool. There you go. There's your Mouse ref. Skip. I don't like any of those. Oh, my neck. My back. My pussy and my crack. I am the Senate. Got any requests for what you want me to draw him doing? Whatever you want to do. Like, honestly, like, I just want you to have fun doing whatever the heck you want to do. Yeah, does not matter to me. Just have fun. Do whatever your tummy tells you. Gotta say that I'm glad you're streaming again. Yeah, I'm glad I'm streaming again too. I took some time off. I've said this before, but I took some time off because life was kicking me in the ass after the breakup. But I'm back at it again at the Krispy Kreme, and I'm enjoying it. And just so you all know, I'm gonna be streaming more with my partners. I know that Leon wants to continue streaming with me, and while my other partner Wally is also gonna be streaming with me as well, more often. So I know it's nice to see you again. I hope things are going on. Thank you. Things are going all right. They've been better, but they've been worse. You gonna get a Midnight Wellington again, Jerry? Maybe. Oh, fuck. I can't. I still remember the Midnight Wellington. I was just like, oh my god. Jerry, what are you doing? Ugh. Ooh, do I dare? I shan't risk it. Oh. Okay, sure, why not? Oh. Alright, sure. Oh. 2 Kung Fu movies for the price of 3. I just realized that there's going to be like maybe one person in the entire world who's going to get that reference. Everyone else is going to be like, the fuck are you talking about, Mouse? 2 Kung Fu movies for the price of 3? What are you talking about? That's a game that I should play. Get you all to understand that joke. A game called Voodoo Vince, where you play as a voodoo doll who you hurt yourself to hurt your enemies. And there's one thing where you have to like, I don't remember like what the actual like the puzzle is attempting to solve, but you have to get some money to go into a movie theater to see a kung fu film. And learn how to do kung fu, and one of them, one of the things that he says when he goes in the movies is, "Wow, 2 kung fu movies for the price of 3." Just realized boyfriends. Yes, I'm in a poly relationship. Yes, I am in a polyamorous relationship. I have three boyfriends and 1 non-binary partner. Yes, I have 1 boyfriend who would prefer not to be named. I have Leon, I have Lunar Wally, and I have Amai. I just realized too, you're gonna start streaming with your partners. That should be fun. Yeah, I streamed with one of them the other. Actually, I've streamed with 2 of them within like the last couple weeks, and it's been great. And I want to do it more. But we're gonna be doing it more once we move in together. Is there any advice on how to write a good poly relationship? Google isn't giving me any tips. communication is a big part of it. So make sure that they're like communicating with each other, frankly. But yeah, communication is a huge part of every poly relationship, so make sure that you write that into it. And hell, that's a good thing to say about literally any relationship is communication, but it's especially important in poly relationships. All right. Let me go here and do this. For the one I'm writing, 2 are superheroes and 1 is a secret agent, so that'll be fun. Ooh, that will be fun. Last time I was in a poly relationship, both broke up with me because they said I wouldn't be able to handle their mental health, but stayed with each other. Needless to say, ugh, that's unfortunate. That's See, that's a problem with like that you'll run into in any relationship, not just poly relationships. I wouldn't completely discount a poly relationship based on that experience alone. But also, like, man, that sucks. That's something that can happen in really any relationship. Because that's just... God, I'm sorry to hear that. That fucking sucks. Oh shit, where'd it go? There we go. What? Where did the Balatro go? Buzz. There we go. Dating scene in your state sucks. Ugh. Matching on a truce, you know, try playing Joker poker, and they're just like, "What are you doing?" And I'm just like, "Hey, look, I played the Onyx Agate. Give me +7. We don't do pluses and minuses here. It's poker." I'm like, oh well, whatever. Sounds like you're a bit behind the times. Hoping to get back into the scene when I'm good and ready. Yeah, don't do it until you're ready. Yeah, just take some time, breathe, and be the best you that you can be. Focus on yourself first, because once you heal yourself, you can start. Seen since it was 19, you're 24. I mean, hey, you'll come back to it when you're ready, and not a second before. Oh, that was a fart. That was a crazy fart that I just did. Long gaming this one. Alright, let me see. Balatro be like, 4 aces compounded by the Exodia the Forbidden One. I have received more chips than atoms in the universe. Yep. Hopefully, I find someone as strange. Yeah, that's what you gotta do. You gotta find someone who can, you know, someone as weird as you, if not weirder, that you can let into your weird little world and get to love, you know, all their curves and their edges and their little picadillos that make them who they are. That's love, sport. That's the good stuff. All the curves and edges. All them perfect imperfections. That's love, baby. That's what it's all about. That's that good shit. Someone who would cosplay Megaton Girl with you. Oh, that'd be amazing. Alright, this is definitely gonna be it. Yeah. That's how we do. I'm seeing a lot of messages going on Discord right now. Oh, okay. I will look at those after I'm done with the stream, because that is a lot of messages. But it's not an emergency. What's a good unconventional superpower idea you have? Don't mind the notebook. A good unconventional superpower idea that I have. I've had an idea for a while for a superhero whose powers, like, at a glance are completely fucking useless, but then you just realize that, like, they're useless because they were basically raised in a way that they had to use, like, their powers just for stuff like, you know, flashiness and like big entrances because they were like raised rich or whatever. Like a character who can just make like a bunch of like sparkles or glitter or something like that, and that you don't realize like just how powerful they actually are until, like, you know, they're backed into a corner. But yeah, like a character who maybe just has like at a glance a truly useless seeming power. So yeah. All right, 5 more minutes, and I'll just use this time to answer some questions for the last 5 minutes, and then I'll head out. So you're saying wasted potential is a superpower? That's genius. I mean, yeah, functionally, like raised in a way that their potential was always squandered, and just using their powers to be like gaudy, like making themselves like their power, they use it to just make like a really pretty like sparkle for their dress when they make like an entrance. And that, like, you see that and you're just like, well, like, what good does that serve, you know? And then get them in a moment where they, you know, are backed into a corner, and then you let them run wild. Enjoy any strategic games? Got a good rec if you do. I don't play a lot of real-time strategy games. I used to play Command and Conquer when I was younger, to the point where when I say younger, I mean I was so young that I could not pronounce it Command and Conquer. I had pronounced it Manhonker. True story. But I have played a game called The Lost World Chaos Island. I love that. That's a strategy game that I like a lot, but it's you know, it's like a strategy game for kids. You ever played Hades? No. I just made a silly picture. Add it your blue sky. I'll check it out as soon as. Actually, no, wait. I can check it out right now. Because I have blue sky on my computer. Notification. Oh my god, that's getting the repub post treatment. Oh my god, I'm gonna say this. I love it. That's super cute. I love it. Melting face. My face is melting. My face is melting. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So yeah, no, I haven't played Hades. I might play it at some point. We'll see. I'm starting to get a bit more into like roguelike games. Not RTS, like funny brain tickler type games. I don't know. I'm not sure what you mean. Do you mean just like general puzzle games, or are we talking games like like Stratego. Hades is an awesome game, but everyone is either super hot or precious, so it just kind of destroys everyone who plays. Well, I don't know if you watched my Spyro playthrough, but I'm going to try to draw Charlie today. I'll share if I can. You should. But if you could figure out a way to incorporate OCs into a Megaton Girl game, how would you do it? Make them NPCs? Weird question. I would allow you to like do like a character creator or something like that. Yeah. Always like the silly half melted. Yeah, they're cute. I love that look, and it's like really like funny and silly. Yeah, no, it's just a good ass card game rogue, like kind of a defense game. Interesting. Yeah. What is that? What you talking about? Like a physical card game? Free, free. Oh, I shouldn't sing that. Sony's gonna come kick my ass if I sing that. Monster Train, been a huge fan for a while. It's a Videos game. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. It sounds interesting. Your Spyro playthrough is how I found it about you. I'm going to be playing Spyro again soon, just so you know. I'm going to be playing through the first game again, but I'm going to be playing it with my boyfriend. Just because I want to experience that remake with him. So that'll be a lot of fun. That game is probably going to be a game that I stream regularly, just like as a comfort game. Maybe like once or twice a year, like how Vinny plays Zelda 2 for Thanksgiving. But yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. You know what? Let's go ahead and preemptively see who we're gonna raid real quick. But if you have, I think I can take maybe one last question. Okay, I know who I'm gonna raid. Gotta go a little early. My pup is begging to go. Oh yeah, absolutely. You be safe too. I'll go ahead and say /raid Vine Sauce. I'm gonna send Vinny some love. I hope that you all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time zone. Just so you all know, I'm going to be appearing at MagWest in August 8th to the 10th. And if you enter the code SoulCleave, you can get $10 off of your admission. And I highly recommend that you go because I'd love to hang out with you and see you, and we can, watch some good video game music concerts together and hang out with John and Britt and Arnie and Christopher and just have a good goddamn weekend. But I will be there. I'm going to be signing some autographs. I'm going to be signing some prints. I'm going to be giving out stickers and doing a couple panels. And I'm going to be co-hosting, I believe, a speed running event, if I remember correctly. I think I'm going to be part of like a Final Fantasy VII TAS bot run. But we'll see. But I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful time over at Vinny. And send him some love. And I'll chat at you when I'm back here tomorrow or Wednesday. Peace out, Collective Home Slice.